Scientific prediction has nothing to do with horoscopes or crystal balls. Scientific prediction has everything to do with this.
A picture of a hill?
No, Stuart. This is a bell curve, or should I say the bell curve. And it was a mathematical epiphany in its day. In the mid-19th century, scientists noticed that when they measured large samples of various things, the results tended to cluster around an average, and when plotted on a graph, took the shape of a bell. For example, you're probably wondering why I've had you change seats today. Now, would everyone please stand up? Class height is an example of something we can measure using a bell curve.
Oh, great.
Now, although many of you are still growing, most of you fit into what is called a normal distribution, height-wise. But at the far edges of the bell curve, we have the abnormally tall and the atypically short. No offense to either of you.
Oh, none taken.
Imagine how exciting it must have been for those early scientists to realize that one simple shape can be used to describe almost any set of data, from population growth to the average length of a lima bean, even CD sales, which you should be working on after class.
How are things going at the Children's Literacy Center?
It's really kind of fun helping kids read. And if you ever need a closed book recitation of The Velveteen Rabbit, I'm your girl. How's Project Keep Holsey Green?
Awesome. I've managed to preserve an endangered species of swamp lousewort.
That's great, I think.
Yeah, I bet Durst is thrilled.
Somehow, I don't think Durst will be as thrilled by you creating a Magnet 360 promo package instead of fulfilling your community service requirement, Marshall.
Please, don't get me started on Durst. I can't believe she's making me write an essay for the stupid Holsey Howler school bulletin. Nobody even reads it.
I do.
Well, you're the only one.
Marshall, we all have to fulfill our mandatory community service. You just keep on putting yours off.
Hey, I'm as much for community service as the next guy, but I should be able to spend my free time doing whatever I want.
Hey, Lucas. Feast your eyes on this baby.
Great. Did you finish the essay?
Haven't started.
Didn't Durst ask you for 1,500 words on the Blake Holsey of tomorrow?
I need something easy. Horoscopes are easy.
I think she meant, like, ways to improve the future of our school.
Yeah, well, she's gonna get some predictions for the future of some of Blake Holsey's finest students because that's all I have time for. Okay, let's see. Tomorrow, it is likely that a math whiz will have an off day.
A skater girl will take an unexpected trip.
A football star will save the day.
A conspiracy freak gains unexpected rewards from a surprising source.
A wise leader will meet an old friend. And for the grand finale, the Holsey Howler predicts a member of the science club will diet. Save, send, and bid.
Okay, so my mom drops me at this boarding school, and I'm thinking it's like all the other places I've gone. Students, teachers, principal, you know, like normal schools, but it's not. Weird stuff happens here, really weird stuff. And what's this guy doing here? Is his floating sphere the key to the mystery? Something's going on and someone's behind it, and we're gonna get to the bottom of it.
There's nothing wrong at Blake Holsey High.
Okay, so I'll have it to you today. Absolutely. Oh, you will. Listen, Magnet 360 is the only band you need to hear. Don't worry about booking time with anybody else. We rock. All right, thanks a lot. I'll call you tonight. What happened to you?
My alarm clock didn't go off, and I guess I slept in. I had no time to get ready, and I went to the wrong class. Twice. I'm having the worst day.
Guys, you'll never guess what. My mom just called, and we're going on a trip to Europe for the summer.
You and your mom will finally get to spend time with each other. That's great, Josie.
What happened to you?
It is a long story.
Dad, sorry. Can you, say that again?
Guess what I just caught?
No way.
That's right, the tag bass in the annual tournament. And I couldn't have done it without that great new fly you designed.
That's great, Dad. Thanks a lot. Okay. Bye. My dad just won $5,000 in a fishing tournament, and he's giving me half. I'm rich. I'm rich. And it's all thanks to your column in the Howler. Even though Dursa's gonna kill you when she sees it.
What are you talking about?
Here. It says right here, a conspiracy freak gains unexpected rewards from a surprising source. That's gotta be me.
You don't really believe Marshall predicted this, do you?
Normally, no, but look what it says about you.
A skater girl will take an unexpected trip. What does yours say?
So, you give everybody else something good, and you give me the crappiest day of my life. Thanks a lot.
What are you talking about?
It's right there in your stupid column.
You can't be serious. I made all this stuff up.
Marshall Wheeler, come to the principal's office immediately.
Oh, man, now what? We got CDs to get out.
Not only did you flagrantly flout the rules regarding community service by writing a frivolous prediction column, but you've also written terrible things about your own friends. I'm not even sure which punishment fits this crime. Hello. Marvin? Lipschitz? How long has it been? I'd love to get together with... Oh. Can you hold on a moment, please? We'll continue this later, Mr. Wheeler, when I've decided just what I'm going to do with you.
Principal Durst, is that by any chance an old friend of yours on the phone?
I'm not sure that it's any of your business, Mr. Wheeler, but yes, it is. Why?
No reason.
So, Marvin.
Now what?
This isn't funny, Marshall.
Why did you write that one of us will die?
What?
It says right there. You wrote a member of the science club will die.
Okay, look, I'll admit I may have been a little careless about this stupid assignment, and I'm sorry that I gave you an off day. But I wrote that a member of the science club will diet. I did not write about anybody dying.
Did it ever occur to you to check your work?
No, Mom, it didn't. It's just a dumb typo.
Come on, Stu! Josie, look out!
Whoa, Stu. A regular wrecking machine today. Stu nearly took my head off at the shot put a couple minutes ago. You guys okay?
Barely.
Anyone seen my javelin?
What?
It's a long metal thing with a...
Yeah, I know what it is. You just about killed us with it.
Oh. Sorry.
Try working on your aim, will you, Stu?
That was no typo, Marshall.
An inch either way, and Lucas and I would have been shish kebab.
If it hadn't been for Vaughn's warning, which you predicted. A football star will save the day. Vaughn's our starting quarterback.
Look, it's not my fault if the predictions are coming true.
I think we better go talk to Z.
Frankly, while horoscopes have a funny way of sometimes seeming to come true, in this instance, I think you're jumping to some pretty untenable conclusions.
Then how would you explain it?
Very easily. Even a girl as well organized as Corinne has to have an off day sometime. And Josie, your mother's been wanting to spend time with you for a long time now. So planning a trip on your summer vacation actually seems more probable than improbable. And an old friend calling Principal Durst isn't actually cause for alarm.
And what about my dad catching the fish?
Well, if all the fishermen were equally skilled and equipped, your father had 1 in X chances of catching the tagged fish. How many fishermen took part in the competition?
About 500.
Okay, so your father had about 1 in 500 chances of winning the prize. Not exactly great odds, but not impossible, especially given the advantage of having one of your patented lures.
But what about the javelin that nearly skewered Josie and Lucas?
Okay, I can see how that would have shaken you up. But while it is certainly at the outer edge of the bell curve that a track and field champion like Stuart Kubiak would miss his target area by such a wide margin, it's much more likely a freak accident than proof that Marshall is psychic. Further, the chances of anything like that near miss happening to Josie and Lucas again are minuscule, and certainly not proof that any of you are marked for death. And I'm sorry, without further proof to the contrary, the facts simply do not support your hypothesis.
Well, that's a relief.
So I just suggest you all take a deep breath, relax, and try to carry on about your day as you normally would. And remember to think like scientists.
I guess we did overreact a bit. Sorry, Marshall.
This wasn't inverted last night. Oh no. Z said we're at the outer edge of the bell curve, which means...
Corinne, the bell curve is...
Are you okay?
I guess.
Another freak accident?
I think you all should see this.
It's a bell curve. So?
Look again, Lucas. It's a completely inverted bell curve. This is the one Z distributed yesterday in class. It was normal last night before I started writing my predictions.
That inverted curve means the least likely events now have the greatest likelihood of happening.
We should warn Vaughn.
Wait. He said Stu almost took his head off with his shot put, remember?
Just like that javelin nearly got you guys and I nearly fell.
So since Marshall's predictions have started coming true, we've all had some kind of near-death experience.
Except Marshall.
What, so you're saying I'm next?
You mean because you, Vaughn, Lucas, and I have all had some kind of near-death experience, the odds of any of us having another one are virtually inconceivable?
Well, we've beaten the odds of this inverted bell curve universe we seem to be in. Only Marshall hasn't.
What if I don't make it?
I've run up and down those stairs 1,000 times and never tripped once. Kubiak is a 6-time gold medal winner, but somehow he lost control of that javelin. And you still don't think there's even a slightly higher probability that Marshall could be in danger?
Especially if you add in one big variable called the black hole.
Yes, I'd have to say that's possible.
What? Even you believe it?
I'm afraid the pendulum of observable evidence has now swung in support of that hypothesis.
This cannot be happening. I wrote a few stupid predictions and now I have to die?
No, of course not. There are always variables that can change the outcome of an event, like having your friends to look out for you. However, need I point out to you that it was your careless handling of Durst's assignment that seems to be the trigger that set these events in motion?
I was just looking for an easy solution. Now I'd give anything to have another chance to do that assignment.
I guess there's no such thing as an easy solution.
Yeah, I know.
In the meantime, we should all get to science class. Marshall should be safe there until we can figure out how to turn the odds in his favor.
If I could just get through this day, I will never put the band ahead of schoolwork, I promise.
We're holding you to it.
Now let's get you to the science room where it's at least safer.
Mr. Wheeler, I think it's time you and I finished our little chat. Off we go now. While some of your predictions may have been surprisingly, even pleasantly accurate, that still does not excuse your behavior. I mean, writing that a member of the science club will die? Is that a joke?
No, of course not. It was just a mistake.
You say mistake. I say carelessness. And what do you think the punishment should be for that kind of carelessness?
So, let's be a little more careful with the discus, all right, Stu?
Mr. Wheeler, we were nearly killed. Are you all right?
The emphasis is on nearly, Principal Durst. I'm safe! I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe, I'm safe.
Could I please have my discus back, Principal Durst?
Guess what? Durst and I were nearly killed.
That's fantastic.
Awesome. Is Durst all right?
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, not a scratch.
That's great, Marshall. Congratulations on beating the odds.
You guys should have seen it. Ka-whoosh! The discus took out the fan motor.
Look.
Marshall, isn't
Z a member of the science club? Technically, yes.
Z's a member of the science club.
Professor Z, get out of the way!
Oh, I will have a good ride. Thank you, Marshall.
He can't hear us.
Professor Z, look out!
Get out of the way!
Get out of the way!
Look out!
Marshall, promise me you will never, ever write another prediction as long as you live.
Done.
Good. Thank you for saving my life. Now get off me!
Having a better day today, Corinne.
Yes. Here's a prediction. You will spend the rest of the month making it up to your friends for nearly killing them.
It's very funny, Lucas. But I want you guys to know that as important as the band is to me, from now on I'm putting school assignments first.
So what happens with your community service?
No, I still have to do it, but I volunteered to tutor students in science rather than wait around for something to be forced on me.
Mr. Wheeler, that trash will not collect itself.
Looks like Durst had some of her own ideas for your community service.
Yep. Sure did.
Marshall Wheeler, dabbling in predictions of the future. Bad idea. People shouldn't know too much about where they're headed.